You are walking through life carrying a weight you never asked for. Responsibility, control, rationality. Everyone expects you to be strong, to manage, to never break. And then one day, someone looks at you differently. Not with demand, not with need, with release. In her presence, the weight lifts. For a moment, you are not a manager, a father, a debtor, a son. You are just alive. That feeling, that is the siren. And if you do not understand her, she will own you. Not because she is evil, because you are exhausted. Let me show you how it works. A man is taught from childhood to be in control, to solve problems, to suppress his own exhaustion. This is not a conspiracy, it is simply the role he is given. But secretly he dreams of release, a vacation from responsibility, a moment when someone else takes over, not to burden him but to free him. The siren senses this hunger, not consciously perhaps, but instinctively. She does not chase, she does not demand, she embodies the fantasy of total irresponsible pleasure. Her presence is heightened, her voice is slow, her gaze is permission. And the man, tired, lonely, desperate, does not fall in love with her. He falls in love with the feelings she gives him. Real-life example. The CEO who risks his marriage for a woman who knows nothing about his business. The soldier who forgets his mission for a stranger in a foreign city. The ordinary husband who spends his savings on a woman who never asked for anything, because she offered him a world without bills, without children, without shame. These men were not weak, they were human. The mirror. How to recognize her. Now the mirror turns to you. You do not need to become a siren. You do not need to fear her. You only need to recognize her, so she does not rule you from the shadows. Here are the signs. 1. She offers escape without effort. If someone appears to solve your exhaustion without asking anything in return, pause. Real relationships require work. Fantasy requires none. 2. Her presence feels different, almost timeless. The siren creates a bubble. Inside it, the outside world disappears. That is not love. That is transportation, and it is temporary. 3. You forget your own boundaries. You say yes when you should say no. You ignore red flags because the pleasure feels too good. That is not passion. That is surrender, and surrender without awareness is a trap. Recognize these patterns and you will not be a victim. You will simply be aware. The other side when you become the siren. But the mirror has two faces. What if you are the one who offers release? What if you have learned, consciously or not, to embody the fantasy of others? This is not evil. This is a power, and every power can be used or abused. If you find yourself becoming the siren, ask yourself, am I giving freedom or am I taking control? Am I offering a genuine gift or am I building a cage made of pleasure? The siren who acts without awareness becomes a manipulator. The siren who acts with awareness becomes a healer of loneliness, of exhaustion, of invisible hunger. But even a healer must know when to step back, because those who are healed may become addicted to the healer. And addiction is not love. Why this series matters. This is why this series is not about seduction. It is about self-awareness. The siren, the rake, the ideal lover, they are not enemies. They are forces. Forces that live inside every human heart. If you do not understand them, they will control you from the dark. If you do understand them, you can choose when to yield, when to resist, and when to walk away. You will see the siren in the boardroom, in the bar, in the politician's smile, in the stranger's eyes. And you will not be afraid. You will simply smile, because you know, the greatest protection is not a wall, it is a mirror. This channel exists to hold that mirror, not to teach you how to manipulate, to teach you how to see before you lose yourself in someone else's fantasy. Subscribe if you are tired of being a pawn in games you did not know were being played. The Cracked Mirror. See you in the next one.